So the basic thing, let me tell you some questions that can be asked from a fresher also or from an experienced person also. So I'll write down a list of questions here. We did all these questions in our class as well. That second highest salary, everyone will be aware of that, right? Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
You should know with the help of CT, you should know with the help of subquery as well, and especially with the help of window function. Okay.
Hmm.
And then, of course, second highest salary department wise will be there. Only you have to add partition by, right?
Partition by yes.
Then we got cumulative sum. So you should know how to do cumulative sum with the help of self join as well and with the help of your window function. Correct?
Hmm.
And cumulative sum department wise. When department wise will be there, then it will be partition by. After that, uh, 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 consecutive days, which we have covered yesterday, right? You should be aware
Yes.
of that. How we can find out consecutive days. You should know those managers whose salary is greater than average, whose salary is greater than they, no, no, let me remove this question. I want to have those employees whose salary is greater than their manager's salary. I have told you how to find out manager and employees from a single table with the help of self-join, if you remember, right? Hello. So your question will look like that. Are you guys here? Three people are there, I can
Yes,
tell.
yes, yes, Pragya. Sorry, I
So
was
we
speaking
have
on mute.
ID, we have name, and we have salary, and we have manager ID as well. So your question will look like this. You have some IDs 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have some names A, B, C, and D. You will have some manager ID as well. It will be 2, 3, 4. 4 does not have any manager, and some salaries are there, let's say 100, 200, let's say 150, and this will be 200 again. Okay. So same thing. First, you need to find out manager, and so here your these are employee IDs. So your employee ID and manager ID are interconnected. So A manager will be the person whose ID is 2, which is B. Are you able to get that? What am I talking about here? Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I need to find out first. I will find out name of my employee, name of my manager, employee salary as well as manager salary like that. How will you do this? With the help of self join only. I have told you how to find out employee name and manager name with these type of tables in your self join, right? So
Hmm.
similarly over here also it will be same only. Just one single where condition will be there, which is salary, employee salary greater than your manager salary. Clear? You guys can try. If you still face any issue and you want the solution, I can provide you that in your groups as well. If you need video solution, I can provide you that as well. Okay? So don't forget this question. This question is also important, and this can be asked from anyone. Even it can be asked from me or even from a fresher also. Okay? Then of course joins. Like how many number of rows I'll get if I'll perform a particular join in two tables. Like we did it in Excel sheet, right? We have table A and B, and we have some values over there. Let's say like this. In B, I have this 3, 5, null, and null. So what can be the possible how many number of rows I'll get if I'll perform a inner join, if I'll perform a left join, if I'll perform a right join, or if I'll perform a full join. Is this clear with you? So these type of questions can also be asked from you. Okay. These are some basic questions that can be asked from anyone. Then what else we did? Consecutive days, highest salary. Yeah, I have told you that that question that has been asked from me also. One will be one time, two will be two times, three will be three times, four will be four times. I have a table in which I have IDs like this, and I want to have the result like that. How will I do that? With the help of self join. We have discussed about that in our last class. You must be thinking I am discussing about self-join and window function only. The thing is, these type of questions are only asked in interviews. I can't do anything. And then one more thing I have asked, we have find it out those users who made their second purchase within 7 days, right? Within 7 days. That can be also asked. Or one more starter scratch question is there, which is very important, which is average session time of each user. You guys can find out that. This is also very important. It will help you to know a lot of things. Okay? And all those questions that we did in class are important as well. Is this clear with you till here?
Yes.
Okay. So as I told you, we'll do some starter scratch questions. So let me open that. How many of you are revising on a daily basis though? No one?
Last question was average session.
Average session time for each user. It must be there. Let me show you. Three questions. Gira, this one, the third one.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me solve it for you. Okay, so let's read the question. As you know, even if an interviewer is going to ask you something and you're not able to understand, please ask him again. Because our main motive is to understand the question first, right? If you have any confusion, feel free to ask him. Because as a data analyst, you should have the capacity to ask questions also. Calculate each user's average session time. We need to calculate each user's average session time. So when a session is defined, where a session is defined as the difference between page load and page exit. So what a session is defined as, it's the difference between page load and page exit. You can see over there, right? It's written in your question. Assume each user has only one session. One user will only have one session. If multiple page load or page exit events will be there, use only the latest page load and the earliest page exit. Okay. So they are saying if you will have multiple page load or page exit, I have to consider one page load for a single user, one page exit for a single user, right? One user will only have one session. It's given over there, correct? So I want to have the latest page load. Let's say a user has loaded their page at 1 p.m. and then loaded their page at 2 p.m. So which one will be your latest page load? Which one is your 1 p.m. one will be your latest or 2 p.m. one will be
2
your
p.m.
latest? 2 p.m. one, right? So the
Hmm.
maximum one. Am I correct?
Hmm.
So here the latest page load will be the max page load. Similarly, earliest page exit will be the one, which is one or two?
Minimum load. Yeah.
Minimum, correct. So this is the thing that you need to know, especially in this question. And then, yeah, ensuring the page load occurs before the page exit. Yeah, output the user ID and their session time. So let me explain you again. So we need to have each user's average session time, okay? How much time each users are wasting in a particular or are giving to a particular app or something, okay? Right now they are using Facebook web. So how much time each user is giving on a Facebook? That's what we are finding here. Are you able to get my question? What we are doing? We are finding out how much each user is giving time to the Facebook. Then how a session is defined as, session can be defined as like this. at what time that person has load their page and at what time the person has exit that page, right? At what time you have open a Facebook, at what time you have exit that Facebook, correct? Yes or no? So that will be your one session. So each user will only have one session. Even if you are loading your page multiple times, then you have to consider the maximum, like the latest page load and the earliest page exit. Are you able to get my question, everyone? That will be our main thing. Then we will move towards solution. So do let me know if you are able to get it.
Can you please explain one more time?
Okay.
It will be easy.
Yeah,
Understand.
sure. So here we are talking about Facebook, okay? So what we are actually finding here, we are finding here like how much time each user is giving in Facebook. Okay, is this clear with you? We are finding out how much average time.
Mm-hmm.
So how we are finding out that, so how our session is defined as how much, like how we are going to find out average time. So we are taking page load and page exit difference. What I mean by that, when you have opened that particular page and when you have exit that particular page, so the difference between those time will be your time, right? Are you able to get that?
Mm.
Let's say you have opened Facebook at 1 p.m. and exited at 3 p.m. So
Mm.
how many hours you have
Two
given to it?
hours.
2 hours. So that's what we need to find out for each user. Okay, average session time that
Mm.
they are giving on a daily basis.
Mm.
Okay. Then after that, they are saying a person can load the page multiple times also, right?
Mm.
Let's say I have opened the page at 1 p.m. Then I have opened the page at 1:05 again. That
Mm.
can be possible, right? So
Mm.
if you have multiple page load, then you have to consider the latest page load. Okay? Like the
Okay.
last one that you have. Is this clear with you?
Mm.
Which will be your max. Correct?
Mm.
And you can exit the app multiple times also. Let's say you
Mm.
have exited at 1, but you have opened it again and exited at 1:05. So
Mm.
which one you have to consider? The earliest one. So the first one you have to consider, which will be a minimum one. Is this
Mm.
clear with you?
Mm.
That's all we have to find. So we need to find out average session time for each particular user that are spending time on our app. Is this clear with you now?
Yes.
Is this clear with everyone? Okay, what about you, Mahesh and Karima and Umesh?
Yes.
Okay, great. I have I haven't opened charts today. So I will prefer very few students are there. So you guys can let me know while opening your mics itself. Okay. So let's see our table also. So we have three things in our table. One is user ID, means user ID. Like us, we also have one user ID like that. Timestamp, time will be there, and action of page load or page exit. Is this clear with you? What is there in here? Is this clear? What is there
Yes.
in
Yes.
this?
Yes.
Okay. So first, what we will do, here you can see that page load and page exit is there. If we need to find out the difference between page load or page exit, how we will able to do that? Page load and page exit are in time format, right? Are in time format. Can you see that? So if I want to have the difference between two time,
Date
then it
diff.
should, yeah, date diff will be used. Of course, date diff we are going to use here. But
Mm.
in date diff, page load and page exit should have two different columns. Na? We can't have date diff in row format. Can you have that?
No.
So first we need to convert this particular thing into a column format. How we will do that? Just give me 1 second. I'll come back in 1 second. Just give me that. Okay, so I'm back. So what we have to do, first we need to form this into column format, right? So how we will do that? I'll have my user ID. Then for each day, one users can have one session on one day, right? On one day. So I'll extract the date also. How can I extract date from this timestamp? How can I extract date from timestamp? By using cast? Can we do that? Do let me know.
Yes, we can cast it
Yeah, cast
as a date format.
as date. Yeah. And now we want to have, as it's written over there, we need to have maximum page load time and minimum page exit time. So we are going to use that here. I'll say max, but I have to max case when my action equals to, whenever you need to convert rows into columns, the thing that you will be using is case when. Is this clear with you? Whenever, like anytime when you convert rows into columns, you have to use case when. Is this clear with everyone? Then what I want to give, if my action is page load, then what I have to give? I have to give timestamp, right? I have to give the time of that. Am I correct? I'll give the alias as and as I'm giving the alias as page load only. Page load, comma. Similarly, what I want to have minimum time for page exit. Correct, everyone?
Hmm.
So I'll write minimum page exit timestamp and I'll give the alias as page exit. It's from which table? It's from your Facebook table, Facebook weblog. One more thing is missing over there. What do you see?
Group by
Yes, correct. Group by,
user ID.
yeah, user ID and your,
Casting that.
yeah. So let's see. So here you can see that for each user ID per date, we are getting their page load time and page exit time as well. Are you able to see this?
Hmm.
Now what we have to do, I'll just save it in my CTE with CTS. I'll give here as date. This is my CTE. Now I'll find out the difference between page load and page exit date for each day. Okay, for each date and for each user ID, I'm going to find out the difference between dative. We'll have the difference in seconds. So as I told you, you can use dative to extract any intervals, even if it is a hour, minute, or second also, right? So here we are finding out the difference in seconds. Is this clear with you?
Why we need to for find it in second?
The thing is, the difference can be, it's not possible, right? That your difference will always be in minutes or hours or in days only. Here we are finding out for different days, so it will not be in days for sure, right? So we can't think about month and year. That will be the main thing. If
Hmm.
we have it in hours, it's not possible that everyone is taking or having some hours in our particular app, right?
Okay.
Similarly, for minutes also, maybe someone is just opening the app, scrolling for 2, 3 seconds, and just closing it. So we are just finding out the minimum thing that we can, which can be the second unit, right? So that it
Hmm.
will give you the exact value that can be possible to find out. You can do minute also, but minute will not give you exact value. Are you able to get that? What am I talking about? So here you can see that you get the difference in seconds. You can see that 82 seconds will be around 1 minute, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So that means a person is giving around 1 minute to particular thing, to a particular web in that particular date. Is this clear with you?
Yes.
See, someone,
This user ID 0 is coming from the database.
Yeah, it's from database only. Here you can see that. Okay?
Hmm.
Yep. And someone are giving more also. Here you can see this. I'll just save it in my CT2. Why am I saving it in CT2? Because I want to find out the average. We have multiple users there. We need to find out the average. That's what our question was, right? So
Hmm.
I'll write here as difference. You can give the alias as per you. I'll say I want to have user ID and their average session time. So average session time will be the difference only. From which table? From your CT2 table. One more thing is missing, which is
Group by
group by,
user ID.
group by user ID. Correct. So let's run our code. So here you can see that it should be in decimals, right? But it is not in decimals. So how we can have that? If you will multiply it with 1.0, you will get the decimals as well. Let me multiply here then. Maybe the differences are, so here you can see it. Is this clear with you? If you will multiply any value with 1.0, it will give you in decimals. Otherwise, it might well consider it as a whole number itself. Are you able to get that?
Okay.
So when you are
But
dividing them,
how we should know that when the expected answer here we can see, right? Expected answer, but
uh,
at the time of interview, they will not give us the expected
they
answer,
will
right?
they will say, Yuki, I want to have decimals also. And one
Acha.
more thing, let me tell you one thing. When you are dividing, let's say I'm dividing 23 by 45. So it will be in zeros only, right? 0 point something, correct?
Hmm.
So if you will not multiply it with 1.0, then you will get 0 only. But I want to have decimals here. It is quite obvious that you need to
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
decimals.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So here, always multiply by 1.0. Clear with you?
But my question is, suppose you can say here the 23 by 45, okay, but suppose we are differentiating like this page load, the page load divided by page exists. So there are 100 rows, okay, so we can't check one by one, right? So if they didn't mention, we'll not do. That
Depends.
is,
So you need to think about some logic also. If you are, let's say, I'm just assuming a question is there that you need to divide page load with page exit. I'm just giving you a rough example, okay? There can be, there will not be a thing like that, but some questions can be similar to this. So page load divided by page exit. So just think, you are going to load the page before exiting a page, right? Hello.
yes, yeah.
So your page load will always be smaller than page exit because at the end you are loading your page before page exit, correct?
Hmm.
Your page load can never be greater than page exit, correct?
Hmm.
So at this point of time, you always know that page load is always smaller than page exit. So you know that you need to do 1.0 here. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Was I able to answer your question?
Yes, yes, got it.
And here you can see that in my output, I don't want to. Why I don't want to? Because 2 does not have any average. So what we have to add more? I can say that my average difference should not be null, right?
Hmm.
Is this clear with you? Now this question is done. So what you are learning here new. The thing first is whenever you need to convert rows into column, you always have to use case when in that condition, right? The second thing you got to know is we can have the difference in seconds also, correct? And then third thing you get to know is whenever we need to have decimals or we want to divide smaller number with a larger number and we want to have values in decimals, then we multiply it with 1.0, correct? So these three things you got to know today. Is this clear with everyone? Aloysius, Karima, Mahesh, Umesh, Sobek.
So basically here, Pragya, you're saying when you want to convert rows to a column, we use like case when statements?
Yeah, when you want to convert rows into columns. So here you can see that we have this in a row
Rows.
format. We were converting in columns before, right? There. With the help of this elf file, run it. You can see that your page Just 1 second. Your page load and page exit comes in a column format now, right? Can you see that? So whenever you want to convert rows into columns, you will be using case when in that condition. Clear with you? Do anybody has any question related to this right now? Quite large, no? We all are doing all these questions for the first time, so it seems difficult. Correct? That's why you're not saying anything? Do I have to consider that?
You have the average difference is not null, right?
Average difference is there, no?
Yeah, it's not null. Okay.
Yeah, it's not null because we don't want to have two. We don't want to have two. Two's average value was null.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so can we move forward? You guys can try from your side also 2-3 times, and then you will be able to understand it much better. Okay? So let's do more questions. I have given you one question yesterday. Have you guys tried that? What was that? Risky projects. Has anybody tried this? Very large question to read, right? Has anybody tried it? You can say no as well if you haven't.
No, Pragya.
Yeah, I know about you, Sovet. And what about others? So let's read it together and let's see what we have to do actually, okay? Let's understand our question. So here you can see that whenever I'm understanding any question, I used to make some few points for myself, right? If you guys are okay, you can do the same as well. So instead of going through whole question again and again, you can just go through your points that you have created in few lines. Okay? So you are given a set of projects and employee data. So you have projects data and you have employee data. Each project has a name. So each project will have a name, a budget, and a specific duration. Similarly, each employee will have annual salary. Yearly salary is there and may be assigned to one or more project. One employee can be assigned to one or more projects. Till here, do you have any query related to this question? No?
No.
Okay. The task is to identify which projects are over budget. We need to find out those projects which are over budget. A project is considered over budget if the prorated cost of all employee assigned to it exceed the project's budget. So what they are saying, a project is over budget when the project budget is smaller than your all employee salary. Is this clear with you? Are you able to get that? Are you able to get this question now? We need to have over budget projects. We need to have those projects whose budgets is lesser than your employee's salary who are assigned to that particular projects, okay? Then to solve this question, you have to prorate each employee annual salary based on exact period they work on given period project related to a full year. For example, if an employee works for 6 months, only half of his annual salary should be attributed to that particular project. So they are saying the same thing. If an employee is working for a certain project for 6 months, then we have to consider only the half yearly salary. Is this clear with you? What they are asking? Sum these prorated salary of employees. Yeah, you need to output. Okay. And you have to assume that there are 365 days in a year. Okay. So are you able to get that, everyone? What we have to find out? So our main thing is we need to find out those projects which are over budget. So which projects are over budget? The projects, those budget of that project is smaller than your all employee salary. Is this clear with you? Are you able to get that? What am I talking about? You can say no as well. If you have any query, you need to ask me. Otherwise, I'll solve. It's not, I can solve it. I don't have any issue. But at the end, you guys need to understand it. You need to interact with me. Otherwise,
I don't have any problem. I
you are able to
understand.
get that right.
Yes, yes.
And you will be able to understand it much better when I'll solve it. So we have three projects, three tables. LinkedIn project, in which we have budget of that particular project, end date and start date of that particular project, ID, and title will be there. This is a projects table. Okay. Then we have employee table as well, in which we have employee ID, salary, first name, and last name. And then we have our link table where we have employee ID as well as project ID also. Okay. So we have these three tables. So what will be our first thing? So I'm going to find out duration of each project first. How can I find out duration of each project? If I'll minus these two things together, I can have the duration,
Mm.
correct?
Yes, yes.
So how can I do that? I'll say I want ID and I'm naming my ID as project ID so that I will not get confused with this ID in future. Okay?
Mm.
Project ID. And then I want to have their budget. I want to have their title as well. And I'll have the difference. How can I have the difference between two dates? By using date diff.
Date diff.
And here they are considering days only. So we are going to talk about days. They want like accurate answer. They don't want it in months. So start date and end date. Correct?
Mm.
It's from which table? It's from your table, LinkedIn projects. Okay. So let's see. We got ID, budget, title, and we got the duration as well for the project. Correct? I'll make a CT1 out of it. Or I'll make a projects table out of it so that we will not get confused. Till here, do you have any issue, any one of you? We have just find out the duration of each projects. That's it. Okay.
Mm.
Then I'll find out employees' salary day-wise. Means how much salary they are getting for a single day. Okay. How will I do that? I'll just divide the salary by 365. Correct?
Mm.
Select what I want to select. I'll select my ID and will give the ID as employee ID, comma. I'll have the salary. I don't want first name and last name, so I will not take it. I will have the salary and I'll divide it by 365. Why am I multiplying it with 1.0? Because I want the exact answer. I want to have decimals also. From which table it is? From your LinkedIn
Employee.
employees. Kindly speak, everyone. I'm not seeing to get in floats. Yes, yes, Mahesh. I'm not focusing on chats today, so you guys have the access to your mic. You can say whatever you want to. So we got employee ID and their day wise, like per day salary also. Correct? So I'll name it as employees as my CT. Till here, do you have any issue, any one of you?
No.
Okay, background noise. No worries, then you can chat, Mahesh. Okay. What else we need? We need to compare our uh, project's budget with the employee's budget, right? But for there, we need to find out how much like time they are giving to that particular project. And then we will multiply it with their salary, right? Are you
Mm.
able to get that? What am I talking about? Means how much time each employee is giving to one project and what will be their salary according to that. Are you able to get that? Let me write over here so that you can understand it much better. So I want to have title, I'll have the budget, and so what am I saying is I'll have the project budget Where is my project budget? Project duration. I'll have the project duration and will multiply it how much time each employee is giving to that particular project. Are you able to get that? What am I talking about? Means I want to find out salary of each employee per project. Are you able to get that?
Hmm.
Everyone. So here you can see that we are taking employee salary from employee table, whereas projects duration from my projects table. We need to join these two tables together, correct? But we don't have anything common in these two tables. Do we have that? No. Then we have to use this LinkedIn employee projects table as well. Are you able to get that? So what will I say?
Yes.
I'll join employee with my LinkedIn employee projects table. We'll give L here, we'll give E here. What will be your own condition? Your own condition is that your employee ID equals to your L dot employee ID. Am I right?
Hmm.
Yeah, correct. And then I'll join it with my projects also so that I will have data from that particular table too. Correct? On what
Yes.
will be my condition? That my project ID should be same. So L dot project ID, that's why I have given the alias here as project ID only so that we people will not get confused. Okay? P dot
Hmm.
project
You
ID.
haven't give the P.
Huh?
Please. Yes. Yeah. No. No. Please. Title
Will it,
spelling. Title spelling.
so we got title, we got budget, and we got the employee budget also. Means this will be employee budget. Now we are just multiplying employee salary with duration. Don't you
Hmm.
think that?
Hmm.
Employee budget. Now what we have to do? We just have to compare now. Don't you think that?
Yes.
We just have to compare. How will I do it? I'll just save it in my, what should I name? I'm naming it as CT now. Now I'll say that I want to have what I want in my question. Your output should be projects, which will include project name and its budget. So we want to have the title of project. We want to have budget of project. I'll fill this afterwards. What will be our thing right now? We want to have those projects whose employee budget is greater than their project budget.
Project budget. Hmm.
It will be my where condition. And here, what else we need? Include project's name, its budget, and employee salary as well. So employee budget as well. Is this clear with you now? Let me see whether they want the answer like that. Let me order. No, this is also not ordered, right? Are you saying something, Mahesh? Why employee salary multiply with duration? Because, see, let's say one employee, there are projects A and B. So here also one employee has worked. This is one employee ID. Okay. So the project duration is of 6 months only. That means that person has only worked for 6 months. So I will take the salary of 6 months only, na? Why will I take the salary of full year? Are you able to get that, Mahesh? That's why we have multiplied the duration of project with the employee salary. Is this clear with everyone? What do you think, Souvik? Are you able to get that?
Please come
And
again. This one I didn't listen.
okay, so what he is saying is why we are multiplying duration with employee salary. Why we are doing that? First, let's say we have two projects, A and B. In both these projects, one employee has been working. These are employee ID 1 and 1. So this person is working for 6 months only in this particular project because your project duration is 6 months,
Hmm.
right? Then
Hmm.
why will you take the whole yearly salary? You will just take the 6 month salary only, na?
Hmm.
That's what I am saying. That's why we are multiplying. And one more thing here, you can see that they are just rounding off the value. They are not taking it in decimals. Can you see this?
Hmm.
So we can use ceiling for that. ceiling. Now this will work. Is this clear with everyone now? Let me have a look. Logical need to grasp. Yes, I agree. You need to do a lot of practice. These are few questions that are difficult, I agree. But we do have some medium level questions also. These questions are not of medium level, they are considered hard only. Okay? We are using multiple CTs over there. We have to think about the logic, right? And which will take a lot of time for you people to grasp for sure. Because it took me time also, na?
This question answer is
Let me see. What was that? No, the answer will be same. They are not,
risky project below.
yeah. So it will be same only. Let me check the solution. Okay. What is wrong? Project 4 is there. Yeah, this is your project 4. 157 1829. Project 4 157. So this is not coming correct. Your employees. So let me have a look. You must be doing some silly mistake anywhere. So first we find it out, select ID, project ID, budget, date def, day start date and date as duration correct. Then we have find it out ID, employee ID, salary. Yeah, from LinkedIn correct. Then we have select budget. Okay, we need to find out total budget. Now in one project, multiple people can also be there. Na? That was also the thing, right? In one project, multiple people can also work, right? In a project, one can also work, two can also work, right? So we need to sum both of their salary. Don't you think that?
Yes.
That's why. Then I'll write group by man. Let me see now. Group by title and projects. From employee budget. Duration, this as this. From employee join this is correct. Group by title budget, ceiling, yeah. Okay, we have written A here. That's why it was not showing the result. Now I'll check the solution and now it's coming correct. Okay. Is this clear with you, everyone? Yes, Mahesh, you are correct. We are just grouping it with 1 and 2. Is this clear why we are summing it here? Do let me know if you are able to get that.
Yes, Varga, got it.
Okay. Any issue to anyone till here?
Yeah, I didn't get it. Sorry, can you go back? I didn't understand some and
Okay. This sum part you're not able to understand?
yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, in a single project, multiple employees can also work, right? Let's say employee ID 1 and employee ID 2, both are working in that. Then we need to sum both of their salaries, right? Duration of your project will be 6 months, let's say. Then I need to consider his salary also for 6 months and second people's salary also for 6 months. And then we will sum them together to have the total budget of that particular project for that particular employees. Don't you think that?
I
Are
see
you able to
that.
get that? What am I talking about?
Mm.
Can't?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So that's why we have submit here.
Yeah, can you share the solution that you have on the chat here? I would like to try it when I have time.
You want me to share it with you?
Yeah, share it on the chat here, yeah.
You have worked very hard. It's not
Thank-
very hard. The thing is, consistency matters. If you are even doing a single question per day, na, that will also be enough for you to build that logical thinking. Are you able to get that? So at least do a single question per day. I'm not saying you have to do a medium level question only. Start with easy. Day by day, your logical thinking will build, and you will never know when you will be able to solve these type of questions, or maybe harder than those also. Okay, what else should we do? This is
We-
also one of the question.
You think in order to build that logical thinking, do we should like try to solve the problem without checking the solution sometimes or what?
Yeah, so as I told you,
In my situation, sometimes when I'm stuck, I go to solution in order to understand what they need.
yeah, it's okay to see the solution as well. So your primary goal for now is to understand a question, okay? And try
Yes.
to make the logic if you can. Try to make the logic, try to write down any syntax, whatever you think. Sometimes what will happen when you are writing down a syntax, your logic will come into your mind, and maybe you will remove all those part and will build it again. So right now, just think, try to understand your question, try to start making logics, no matter if you're able to get it or not. If you're not able to get it, then you can see the solution of people also. Understanding a syntax is also a big deal. If you're able to see my solution and was able to understand it, let me show you. So this was the solution. If you're able to understand the solution also, then also that means you are doing something in your life. Okay. You all are learning for the first time. So if you're able to understand this question, if you're able to build everything one by one, then also it's good. You can see the question, you can see the solution, try it once by your own, maybe 2 or 3 times. Then you will be able to do these type of questions from the next time, right? Because at the end, you will get the logic of this particular question. Are you able to get that? What am I talking about?
No, I agree
And
with you.
it required you to solve one question per day. Uh, I don't know. It's been many years now. Actually, to be honest, I was not like I have to do all these things in that particular time period only. I had time, so I have given it. Even I'm learning PySpark. As I told you before, my company needs PySpark now. I have done all these medium, hard, and easy question in a month. So if I can do it with all these things, like with office work, with my classes, then you guys can also do that, right? And I'm not giving more than an hour or 1.5 hours a day. I've solved all these questions with the help of PySpark also, if I'll show. See, I have done them. I don't think we do have more time to do this question. It's going to take more than half an hour. You guys can try once from your side. If you will not be able to do it, I'll make one video for you and we'll share it with you guys. Okay? So that's all from my side, everyone. I think this